50 years, how did you first meet? And I want Dad to answer first.
How did we first meet?
Yes.
Blind date. When you were with your cousin, right? The first blind date. It was a blind date, the first one.
It's actually how we met, the first time we met.
So we went to a disco.
Disco.
Yeah. And it was my brother and her cousin, and there was another guy, my cousin Frankie. So there were 5 of us. Becky, you know Becky.
Yeah.
This is
This is
her
Becky.
cousin.
Yep.
So she took her along when we went on a date, on a blind date, and I saw her in the car, and I was stunned.
But Mom, what was your first thought? Were you nervous when you saw him?
I was nervous, but Becky assured me that I would be pleased, in her own words. And I said, okay. And so when I saw him, he was hot. He still is. I loved his long hair.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I loved his long hair. I didn't expect a long hair date. He had long hair, probably just up to the shoulders though, not, But yeah, it was an attraction. I really enjoyed dancing with him. I loved to dance, and so did he.
Okay.
So we really had a good time that night, and there were threesome. There were 3 of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's good.
Yeah, I saw the wild side of him that night.
Yeah.
Dancing but we really had a good time. We danced all night. A lot. I mean, we stayed late, right? Yeah. I remember he brought me a not a corsage, but a flower, like a 1-stem flower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then when we left, I forgot it. I left it on the table, and I felt so bad.
Oh.
I remember talking to Becky about him, and she was saying, "What do you think?" Not right after.
Yeah.
But it was probably a few months into.
A few dates.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh, yeah," because I knew it was leading somewhere right away. But anyway, and she said, "So what do you think?" I said, "Oh, I really like him, and it's a good thing, And she said, "Okay, because I think he really likes you too." He introduced me to a lot of things that I never really exposed myself to or experienced. If we have to compare our lives back then, mine was boring. His was a lot of action. And I think that was an attraction for me, just his racing cars. It was always scary, but exciting at the same time. His karate, I really loved watching him do his, what do you call that? The kata, your katas. Because many times they would come over to the house and do that, the club, his master and all the other students would come and do it at the house. And that was a very strong attraction for me.
My favorite memory with Grandma is making monster cookies with her, and just always making monster cookies with all the M&Ms and stuff, and I'd eat the dough and stuff.
And Grandma, I want to say my favorite memory with Grandma was when we go to the beach and she'd dig the big holes for us, just the big deep holes.
My favorite memory with Pops is probably talking about all the memories with Zoe and stuff, because he loves Zoe so much.
My favorite memory about Lola and Pops is that they always make me laugh, and they also make me spend the night at their house mostly every day because my sister and brother really want to go over there because they're really fun.
My favorite memory of Grandma and Pops is just every time going over there to their house, whether it was any of their houses, just every night, every day was full of fun and family, and there was never a dull moment because there was always something going on in every room, and like the laughter, the sounds, the smells. It's something you don't get anywhere else except for their house.
My favorite memory is that they make us have joy and happiness, and when we get nervous, scared, or hurt, they always like come and they just like say nice things that make us like happy and stuff and have joy.
I think my favorite memory would probably be just going out there to visit them in general. Just having everyone in their house with it, you know, because it was a smaller size, but it was so chaotic, but it was still so fun. Even though I don't know how they managed to fit every single one of us in that house. I really don't. It still amazes me to this day because I kind of have that size house now, and I'm like, there's no way all of us can be in here and function correctly. So I would say those were the best times going to California to go see them.
Having the opportunity to like go all the way to California and like to visit them, but more specifically is when we went to Knott's Berry Farms. That was pretty fun. Yeah, came back really late and we got a ton of stuff, like prizes and stuff. It was a really long and fun day.
Well, my favorite part was when we went to go surprise them where they used to live in Orange County, and we knocked on the window and kind of freaked them out. And then I really liked and then the day after that, I always used to like going to the pool and just hanging out there for a long time with them.
Going to California and just seeing them with smiles on their face and just seeing them is just the most memorable, and just being there with all the love and just happy, just being there happy.
My favorite memory with both of them would have to be when we were living with them actually at the time. I believe it's not just one specific memory, it's just a whole bunch of memories of just them kind of being there for me and Marco specifically, and us getting in trouble together with them. Just those memories, just again, showed how much they cared about us.
My favorite memory of Pops and Grandma, you know, I think it's just coming to their house. I know that's probably everyone's answer, but there's just always a certain calm to it, and I don't know. I've never felt it anywhere else at any other home. There was just a calm. You know, you get there and you're home. You're there, and you just know the rest of the time is going to be a really good time.
Kit gets on the second floor and starts throwing money on Christmas, and I was like, what is happening? This is a thing?
So my favorite memory with Grandma and Pops is when we were younger, we'd always go to the beach, bring the boogie boards, the umbrellas, the chairs. We'd always stop by KFC right before fried chicken's good.
My favorite memory with Grandma and Pops is making pancetta.
Esther egg. There's too many. There's too many, I think, especially from Pops. Grandma's more of that like compassionate and loving, and Pops is the jokester. So every joke, I think all of our sense of humor definitely stem from Pops. So Esther egg, another Esther egg. Or anytime any of us come home with a tattoo and he'll brush it off. Oh, you have dirt on your shoulder. It's just the most ridiculous sense of humor ever. Yeah, there's not enough film in the world to put a favorite on all of his jokes.
They taught me how to play mahjong, and I beat them. I beat Pops, and also making monster cookies with Grandma.
My favorite memory of Pops was we were in California at his old house, and Dom didn't finish his food. So he started running away, running up the stairs, and just Pop sprinted after him, grabbed him by the leg, just dragged him down and said, "Finish your food."
Being in trouble, there's one time where, as a kid, I never really liked finishing my food. So, and Jacob got done eating. You know, I wanted to follow him, and I was like, you know what, maybe I'm done too. So I try running upstairs, get halfway up the stairs, you know, just feel feel like a swift breeze in the room. And it was Pops. Grabbed my leg, and I was just so shocked at how fast and silent he was. I was like, I don't know what went through my head. I just blacked out after that. I won't forget that. Finish my food now.
One time I remember getting in trouble with Grandma or Pops was when we were younger. Me and the cousins would go to the pool, sneak through the gym, go to the balcony and jump off the roof into the pool. Pops didn't like that very much.
Okay, there's always just this one memory that always sticks out, and I think it's like I've been in trouble twice, really big trouble twice with Pops, and it was both in the same house, because I walked through a sliding door, walked right through it, and I remember because I was listening to Britney Spears on my headphones, and I was just vibing, having the greatest time, and he was in the corner reading, and I remember that because I walked right past him to go outside, right into the sliding glass or sliding door, and completely bent it, and he looked at me and I looked at him and we made eye contact and he said, "Well, did you enjoy that?" And it was I died. And then the other time is when we broke the mirror on the closet door. I don't even remember how it happened, but I know it was me and Alex and Marco. Something happened to that mirror and none of us wanted to have anything to do with it because he was coming home and he was not going to be happy.
I don't think I've ever been in trouble. Have they been stern? Like Grandma, yeah. Over like little things, like don't do that or something like that. But Pops, because I was always a picky eater. I think everyone knows that. But the one time where he did yell at me, and I think ever since then, like I wasn't a picky eater anymore. Those little cosmic brownies, but without the cosmic things, they were the nuts. And he told me, he handed it to me, he goes, "You have to eat the whole thing. Like don't throw the nuts away." I thought I was slick. I went to the trash can anyway. I started picking him off really fast and he came so quietly too. I didn't even hear him. Like no sight. I thought he was in the bathroom or something. And sure enough, he's like, "You better get those nuts out. You're gonna eat them with your brownie."
There was one specifically where Marco and I had, we were going out and it was raining. It was very muddy, and of course me and Marco were climbing in the muddiness, and we ended up getting all dirty everywhere. And we came back to the front door. And I remember Pops answered the door and just pointed us the other direction, said, "You're not coming in." So that night we snuck into the apartment complex pool, and we illegally bathed in the pool. So then we came back in, and it was just funny memories like that, I'd say.
We were all living in Milpitas at the time, and Marco and I lived in the same apartment complex. And we went to school together. We took the bus. And at the time, I had this cool girlfriend, and I thought one day I convinced Marco for us to walk my girlfriend home from school, and missed the bus completely, not knowing what was going to happen. So we walked him home, and then we left. Mind you, I think we were in 4th grade, and at that point we had no idea what to do. And I just remember Pops finding us in his car and saying, "Get in here now."
My favorite memory with Grandma and Pops, I would probably say we were in Florida. They had taken us out to Florida. And it's funny because the memory isn't necessarily great because I got in trouble. I think that I was probably 15 to 16, somewhere around there. And Marco had bet me that, he bet me like $10 that I couldn't jump over this lady that was sleeping on the beach. And so I jumped over her, and I made $10. But then one of us had told Grandma that I did that, and then it preceded all of us being sat at the bar in the hotel room and being scolded by both of them about how wrong that was of me to do that and how it doesn't set a good example. Grandma proceeded to ask me, she said, "You know what that makes you look like, Cameron?" And I was like, "No, I'm not sure." And I was terrified. And she was like, "That makes you look like an asshole, Cameron. That makes you look like an asshole. You don't want to be an asshole, do you?" And I was like, "No." And then Pops was just staring at us with his disappointing scowl. That was the first time that Grandma and Pops were actually upset with me. And I would say that's probably the first time that I really felt, I guess like I really was one of the grandkids.
I want you guys to walk us through your wedding day.
We had a ceremony at the Green Hills Church, which is the church that we went to. I remember that morning, I remember being nervous. I was in our house with my mother, my mom, and my sister, Yvonne, and my dad. And my mom was there from the get-go. When I woke up, I remember her always being there. She helped me with my hair and my makeup. I didn't have like a makeup artist or any of that. It was all, you know, family. And so she was there, and I remember being very nervous, and I don't know if these are the exact words I used, but I just said, Mom, Ma, I would call her Ma for Mama. This is good, right? And she said, yes, it is. When I came down the stairs, my dad was there, and he said, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And then I got in the car, and then we were off to the church. And then the church is a big church. And so the aisle where you walk is quite long. When I was on the other end of the aisle getting ready, my dad was with me, and he giggled, and he said, this is it. And then when I was walking, I was very nervous of everyone looking at me. But when I got to the other end of the aisle, I saw him, and I said, oh my gosh. I said, he's the one I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. No, I just said, oh my gosh. You know, we were so young.
How old?
I was 18, he was 19.
Did you have a celebration after?
We had
a big one.
Yeah, a big one too.
A big one. I loved the in our wedding's reception. I loved the doves. When we released the doves, they were above the cake, and then when we released, we had to pull the cords, and then I really liked that part, and the cutting of the cake.
I think that Grandma and Pops have lasted for 50 years because their dynamic is so, ever since I've known them, has been rooted in faith.
I think they've lasted 50 years because their ability to love is unmatched. They love without expectation. They love to a point that no one else can love you. And I think they center that to each other, and then they kind of just push that out to all of us. And I think their idea of family is just so strong that it's something that is concrete, and it's built in them, and it's built this beautiful foundation for all of us. I think lasting 50 years is the lowest of the amazing things that they've accomplished in their relationship.
I think they lasted 50 years of marriage because they have lots of grandkids.
I think they've lasted 50 years because of the whole sanity thing, honestly. And they've gone through a lot, I feel like. You know, like packing up and moving your whole life and starting somewhere new, and then I was talking to my mom, and she talked about like how Pops was trying to start his own business, and just kind of growing from there and seeing where they are now. They needed each other, so that's something I use in my marriage, is really lean on Luke a lot, but also maintain my independence at the same time.
Okay, yeah, I think they've lasted as long as they have, all like these 50 years, because family and just how much they're willing to connect with everyone.
I think they've lasted this 50 years from both family, like Maddie said, and trusting in God.
I think it's love and compassion and spirit. They really know what love can really control, and really what love can look forward to in life. There are the most beautiful grandparents I ever had, and without them, I'll never be the same person I am today.
I think their marriage is so strong because they just know how to fight. Like, they know how to fight for their marriage.
I personally think because Pops has only said about 30 words his entire life, so I really don't see any room for argument ever. No, in all seriousness, I think it's just keeping it lively. There's a calm in their home, but there's an adventure about them, and they're constantly just exploring, whether it's spiritual, physical, emotionally, mentally. They're constantly pushing their boundaries and keeping each other on their toes as much as Pops loves that in his retirement. Even now, Grandma is constantly keeping him traveling, and as much as it pains him to go, I definitely think he sees the best part of it in the end.
What was your transition like from going from the Philippines to the States?
It was hard, yeah.
It was hard, yeah. I wanted to go back. When we were about to leave, we were about to open a business. But after thinking about it and finally made a decision, say, well, maybe if it doesn't work in the U.S., I'll just come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a few months, I wanted to come back.
You wanted to come back?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I said, no, I'll try it. Give it more time. And, slowly but surely it changed. When we were in the Philippines, in Manila, I would say we were on a higher level.
Mm-hmm. Status, right?
Status.
Yeah.
And the way I felt when I came here, I lost my status.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to doing it all by myself. Yeah. I had help that when I get home, somebody opens the gate and I drive up. And then after I leave the car, he starts cleaning it and washing it.
Maybe because we were in the Philippines and we had help. We had a nanny, we had a housemaid, so that made it easier, to get things done while we were both working full time.
But when we got here, that's where all the hard work began. Yeah. This job's not enough. Let's find another job, another source of income, and it was like that, Been there, done.
Kind of because we had more mouths to feed. We had a little miniature tribe. The life of convenience we left behind.
So economically, it was easier to live there, right?
Yeah.
We thought so at that time.
Right. But you were already established,
But
probably,
fast
right?
forward, no regrets. I think it was the best thing we did. We have a place to stay, so we stayed with my sister, with her 4 children at that time. And my parents lived with her too. But we stayed in the basement. We had our own room, you and I.
Yeah.
But then outside the room, there was a 1-bedroom down in the basement. You could see all the kids were like on the floor, like on sleeping bags or on their mattresses, including you guys. And we went to his mom's apartment and we made a trip to the grocery store. Oh my gosh. It was like, it smells so good. With the apples and the grapes and I remember that. And it was just like, oh, look at all this. Because in the Philippines, we don't have apples and grapes. I mean, back then we didn't. I don't think they still stayed too.
Christmas time.
Yeah, and then my dad, in our family, my dad would gift us, the family, with a crate of apples and grapes. That was like the thing. Like, it's from the U.S. It's weird because when we left Colorado Springs, we didn't have. It was just us and the cars and you guys, and the car, right? We had nothing really except our suitcases. And then when we got to Albuquerque, that was the first time that we were on our own, having our own apartment. It was an empty apartment, no beds, no furniture, nothing. And then he, working at 84 Lumber, he built a picnic table for our dining room.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and then we got the mattresses, and then slowly but surely we kind of filled up the apartment.
I would say that I've learned a lot from Grandma and Pops. I'd say probably the most that I've learned from them is how to be kind. And they're always calm and always patient, and they're very open about everything, and they're not afraid to ask those awkward questions.
That nothing can be solved without a good plate of food. And that laughter is the key to everything.
What I've learned from Grandma is be kind. I mean, what's so bad about being kind? Like, nothing could go wrong. Pops, finish your food. Finish your food.
Probably from Pops, asking before you take, and probably for Grandma, use your manners.
So many lessons we learned. But you know, I think with Pops, it was. I take that back. With Pops and Grandma, it's just be the hardest worker in the room, and whatever you do, don't take the next step in the ladder at the expense of someone else.
Do you miss the Philippines?
Not really, but I would want to go back. Probably bypassing Manila. I wouldn't want to go back to Manila.
I don't regret it at all. I mean, it was tough. Just, again, like you said, getting a job. Well, we got jobs right away, thankfully, but was it the ideal job we wanted? Especially for him more than me. I mean, I didn't have a degree at that time. I had gone to 2 years of college. I was happy being a secretary. Any job was fine for me, and getting a job was like, okay, and getting our paychecks and starting to save, and yeah.
No, I had this one opening that I had to go to an employment agency. So there was an opening for an assistant manager. Yep.
For what store? What retail? What?
And when I went to the address, it was freaking Waffle House. And I was in a 3-piece suit.
So you were overdressed.
Oh, yes. Very
so they told me what I was supposed to be doing, all those stuff. Okay, you're gonna be cooking, you're gonna be serving, you're gonna be cleaning the restrooms. Heck no. Never did that in my life. So turn around and left.
Yep. Oh, wow. I remember that day he came home and he was so angry.
How dare you make me clean the restroom?
So yeah, it was. We had a couple of struggles trying to adjust to what was necessary to. You know.
But after several jobs, I started cleaning the restroom too.
It's like, I guess this is how it is here. So, I remember we would go, where I worked there was across Goodwill.
Oh.
And on my lunch hours, I would always go there and check out the place and be mesmerized with the clothing and what they had there for just really,
50 cents,
quarter, 50 cents. I thought, I got some winter clothes there for you guys, like jackets and boots. And I remember for sandwich, for my lunch, I would make, the first time I ever tried Miracle Whip. And I loved it. So that was what my lunch sandwich was at work.
Just Miracle Whip?
Just, no, with a slice of cheese. Or even just Miracle Whip. I just, I know. I don't think I can do that now, but back then it was good.
Did it get easier with the more kids that you guys had? Did it get easier or did it get harder?
I want to say it got easier because most of the time they hang out with each other and they entertained each other. It wasn't like mom, dad, because they had each other. And that was nice to see, and it was a good experience, I think, going through that. But occasionally, especially the younger ones, Eric and Bettina, because there's a 5-year gap between them, the 2 and the 2, then it got easier when the 4 of them were there, but they kind of still stuck together, you know? And then of course, many years later, this guy here, our pleasant surprise, came along, and he was kind of like an only child because by then all the other 4 were adults and were doing their own thing, and yeah.
How many years?
So it was easier with Marco, I would have to say, because, you know, been there, done that, the experience. That's probably why we kind of, and we were better off in life with our goals, our careers, so it just made it a little easier. Yeah. We were older, so we were more patient. Those 4 kids, poor kids. I don't know if we were as patient with them as we were with Marco, but I think it comes with age. Yeah, it changed our lives in a good way, I would say. It was harder, I would have to admit, but I think it brought joy to our lives and excitement, and yeah. But yeah, like Kit says, we had to kind of start thinking about, you know, the future, and how are we gonna, you know, our livelihood, and things became serious. That would be a good way of putting it. Life became more serious because then you had 4 mouths that relied on you. I mean, 4 little ones that relied on you. So, yeah, I would say it was more serious. It wasn't just, just you and me.
Did you guys plan to have all 5?
No.
I mean, besides not me, did you guys plan to have 4?
No. But one thing I can say is I wanted children. I didn't have a specific number in mind. I never thought that we would be leaving the Philippines and moving to America. And when I say that, it means that no housemaids, no nanny, so therefore it's all on us.
No help.
No help. So I never had a number. They just kept coming. God had bigger plans for us. Let's just say that. So, the toughest time, I think, for us in our 50 years, almost 50 years of marriage, was probably before Marco was born. So you were like 14, everyone else was teenagers, right?
Yeah, later teens.
That's, for me, that was the toughest phase in our marriage, stage in our marriage. And I think because all the kids were going through changes, all of you were going through.
You had a lot of
your
teenagers.
changes, a lot of adolescents in the house. We both worked full time. He worked down the hill, we call them, because it was like an hour's drive, maybe.
Close.
Yeah. So, and he would work Saturdays sometimes. So, I found his absence challenging, and. But I understood because it was his job. So going back to your question, how did I overcome it? God stepped in.
Just a couple of words that come to mind. If someone were to say, what are some key ingredients that come to mind with, making it work this long?
Of course, there are some ups and downs.
Yeah.
But I think just keep a positive mind, and giving credit to the kids and their spouses for keeping us together too, and having those gatherings we had. That really helps a lot.
Sure. I could see that. Mom?
Important ingredients. Well, there's a few. I think for me the biggest was commitment. Love doesn't ever fade, but it becomes, the relationship changes from that, to, we're partners for life. I'm gonna be with you and you're gonna be with me for life. And a long time ago I decided, I'm committed. We can do this. Okay.
Dad, what do you think Dad loves most about you?
Well, I know that initially in the early stages of our relationship, he had loved the affectionate, loving demeanor that I had. I know he liked that. He loved that. And I tried to continue to do that 50 years later. The touching and just, the little
like the
affection.
What she loves the most about me?
Yes.
Everything. Of course.
So what is the one thing that you really love about Dad? Is it that he's not fake?
I love his humor. I love that I'm, between the two of us, I'm more serious in life, generally speaking, and he looks at life less seriously. Not that he's not being responsible, not to that extent, but I thought that brings in laughter in our lives, that brings in humor, some lightness. I like the best thing that I've grown to like about him.
Love about him.
Love about him is he's like, between the two of us, he's more like my rock. He stays put. Whatever is going on around in our lives, he's like my rock.
Her ambition, her goals, and how she drives me crazy.
I just always like to think that we have to be teachable in a way, even in our relationships. To be open to teaching, being taught. Every day you wake up and you purposely want to tell yourself, this is going to be a good day.
Hi, Grandma Pops. I guess if I was going to say anything, I would just say thank you. Thank you for making me feel like I'm a part of the family, always loving me and always supporting me, always making me feel like I belong. Even from a young age, whenever I joined this family, I just would like to say thank you for that. Thank you for inviting me into your house and treating me like one of your grandkids, even though you hadn't known me for the first 9 years of my life. So I'd just like to say that you guys have impacted me more. You guys made me feel more loved than I ever could ask for. And I just want to thank you guys so much for putting me in that position to just feel loved and be loved, and to guide me in my faith and help me with that, and help show me what a real relationship looks like and what a strong relationship looks like. I love you guys. You guys are amazing, and I couldn't ask for better grandparents. Happy anniversary, guys. It's incredible that you guys have made it. You guys have done such amazing things throughout this time. You guys have raised generations of people, and that is something to be celebrated. And so I can't wait to celebrate with you guys. I love you guys both very much, and once again, thank you.
Both of you, Grandma and Grandpa, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done, making me the person I am. today. You guys influenced a lot, making me just be kind. Like that's the number one with me, be kind. I want to thank you guys for just, I don't know, making me who I am, I guess. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd probably be totally different person. Not where I am now. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for coming out here, moving out here, being part of our lives even more. It's great to see you guys like almost every day. Happy 50th anniversary.
Thank you, Grandma and Pops, for impacting my life. It's always fun going to your house and having conversations and making stuff and always just hanging out with you guys. It's fun talking about Zoe and everything you guys do for me in my life. Yeah, like Jacob said, thank you for coming out here and impacting my life more. And yeah, it's always fun. Happy 50th anniversary.
Happy 50th anniversary. Hopefully there's like another 50 more. We love you guys. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa, for all the time you've been willing to spend with us. I know not a lot of families get the opportunity to like bond with family the way we have, and it's honestly really great. I enjoy the time that I spend with you guys and just everything we do from when you guys were living in Orange County and we came out to visit to even up to now when this is being filmed. Just everything you guys have done for me has been amazing personally, not just for all the like cousins and all of us. And yeah, thank you so much for all the memories.
Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa, for always being there for me in life, and I had lots of fun memories with you, like in California, here in Colorado, and lots of like fun vacations we've gone on together.
Happy anniversary. I love you so much.
Just want to take some time to thank you guys. Thank you guys specifically for just raising me, helping with my mom, and always being there for me, and even more so in my marriage with Denise. I think you guys have made a huge impact. Even Pops, I know you don't talk a lot, but your actions always show more than your words. But the wisdom I've gotten from you, Grandma, is a lot, and I take it to heart. And I hope you know that. I always take it to heart. And your guys' marriage is an inspiration and just an example of what's possible, especially nowadays. And I've always looked up to you guys as far as marriage goes. And yeah, I love you so much, and happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Being the matriarch and patriarch of our family is not something that anyone can take lightly, because there's so many personalities and there's so many different ins and outs of our family, and the dramas and the ordeals and the fights. It's unmatched by the love that they give us. So thank you for being those people and for being those role models, and I couldn't have asked for better grandparents, and I love you. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. We love you so much, and we'll see you at the party.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Well, I think I'm going out of my head. Yes, I think I'm
Happy
going
anniversary!
out of
Happy
my
anniversary, Tito Kid, Tito Son. Thank you for being a wonderful demonstration of love, and hope you guys have a great day.
Happy anniversary, guys. You made it so long. Hope you have an amazing day. And have fun tonight. Love you, Tito Susan. Love you, Tito Kid.
Happy anniversary, Tito Susan and Tito Kid. I love you all. We love you all.
To all a good night.
And to all a good night.
Happy anniversary! Wishing you many years more. We love you.
Happy anniversary, Tito Kid and Tito Susan!
Happy
Happy anniversary, Tito Kid, Tito Susan.
May God bless your marriage always. We love you.
50th anniversary, Tito, Tita. Wishing you guys the best and many, many more years of fun, good health, happiness, enjoyment, and of course, more outdoor adventures.
Congratulations!
You feel like heaven's in touch.
Happy anniversary to you.
Happy
anniversary to the kid, to the Susan.
Hi, Kit and Susan. Happy anniversary. Wow, I can't believe it's been 50 years. Wow, that's amazing.
Happy anniversary!
Hi, Tito Susan. Hi, Tito Kit. Just want to wish you guys a happy anniversary.
My darling.
Hi, just wanted to say happy anniversary. Love you guys, miss you. Mwah.
Happy anniversary, Susan and Kit. Wow, 50 years.
Happy anniversary, Kit and Susan. Congratulations.
5!
Oh!
5!
Oh!
5!
Oh!
A sunflower for every decade!
Happy anniversary, Susan and Kit.
Yay!
Woo!
Can do so much. Are you?
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary, Tita Susan and Tita Kit!
Happy anniversary! I love you guys!
Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary, Tita Kit and Tita Susan.
Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Tito Kit and Tito Susan, hope you have a wonderful day. I love you both. I miss you. I wish I was there, but enjoy.
Happy anniversary, Kit and Susan!
Happy 50th!
Congratulations!
Love you!
Hey, Uncle Kit and Susan. Happy 50th anniversary. Love you guys.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard.
Happy anniversary!
Hi!
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Someday I wish upon a star. Wake
Happy
up
50th.
where the clouds are far.
Happy 50th anniversary, Uncle Kit and Aunt Susan.
Happy
Anniversary!
to you, Tita Kit and
Tita Susan!
Happy anniversary! I love you guys. Miss you. Love.
Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I?
All right, that's it for us, guys. So all our love goes to you guys there. We wish that we could be there to celebrate with you, party with you, and dance with you, and maybe eat some food with you. Anyways, from all of us to all of you, we want to say
Happy anniversary! We love you!
we love you, and we are family.
So, hello, children. Hello, family, grandkids. We are great grandkids. We have such a wonderful blessing in all of you. Thank you so much for making this our 50th anniversary eventful and meaningful and memorable.
Hi guys. I want to say that I wish you all the best in life, all the success, and may God bless you all. Be safe, and I love you all. Thank you.